Hello, I'm Cody, and welcome to Session 3 of my Pillars of Eternity 2 turn-based Triple Crown attempt. Last time, we found our way to Port Mage? Something like that. To Port Mage, and we're given a quest to investigate a research site somewhere on the island. We also learnt about a fellow who'd been beaten up by an Aomawa woman, and wants us to get revenge or something? Get his money back? Yeah, he was robbed. He wants us to get his money back. And we opened a cell door for some fellow in the jail, hoping they'll escape on their own with that unlocked, and learned of an issue in a different quarter of Port Mage with a criminal that's been looting after the recent flooding caused by a storm.
I came here on the first ship. Why does an islander get paid the same as I?
They're bigger than you.
Accept the light, and you shall be redeemed.
A woman shouts, arms raised high and wide. In each hand she grips a golden candle. The flames gutter wildly as she gestures to the crowd before her. The missionary holds a candle to drip wax in the shape of 3 stars on the forehead of each kneeling worshipper. One of them stumbles back, swiping the hot wax from his skin.
Se futito! Madicchio! I did not sign up to be burned!
I have a little watch from within the crowd for now. The priestess trembles her arms, face pinched with disappointment. In the warm sea breeze from the port, loose strands of her sun-streaked hair whip about her head like a living halo.
This flame is not for purification. It is for illuminating the darkness. Sanctification comes only as a result of your journey. But the light will guide your way.
She tilts her face toward the sky, eyes shut, as she drags a shaky hand to dribble wax across her own brow.
Aethys has returned at last, but it's not too late to redeem ourselves.
As surely as my fingers are webbed, I tell you, gone, never left.
Despite her contrary words, the Huana woman shrugs, accepting the golden wax.
Sakes alive, Wanglith. Ain't we got more pressing matters to attend to than a baptism?
Arms crossed over her chest, a shorter, duskier woman watches the ritual with an ornery sort of expression, her delicate chin jutted up.
We just missed one of the biggest reap-ins of all time. What about the souls that need us?
As she steps forward, she reaches for a peculiar-looking lantern strapped to her hip.
Do not push me on this, you wayward child. You'd leave the living forlorn to service the dead?
Rather than discouraging the other Dawnstar, the accusation seems to kindle a stubbornness inside her. Shoulders set, she grins.
Here, I'll light 'em all at once.
Metal clanking, she sways an eerily lit lantern in an intricate pattern before her. The priestess bites her lips, swinging harder and faster, lithe arms hurtling the weapon with deceptively hidden strength, until she thrusts it hard out toward the crowd, splattering everyone with wax. Well, that's one way to do it.
Hell yeah, it is. I call that the...
Grinning, she turns to get a good look at you, and promptly chokes.
Are you by any chance looking to help the people I saw die in my dreams?
She ducks her head, cheeks flushing prettily.
I'm guessing you're not here for the baptism.
I'm looking for an Hydra statue. Yay high, inhabited by Aethys.
I knew it!
She clenches her grip on the sickle in her right hand.
Gon's been calling me here. Left the breadcrumbs in my dreams. I need to get inland. If you're going, I could help you. Swear on my soul.
Who are you?
Oh, hell. Now where are my manners? I'm Shodi, child of the Dawnstars and priestess to Gon, at your service.
He thrusts a hand out for a friendly shake. You're a priestess of Gon, not Aethys. A dark smile curves up her lips, and her eyes glint with a fierceness.
Darn right I am. Why? You know an awful lot about Gon?
Well, not much, no. The priestess plants her hands on her hips. Her fingers are slim but calloused, more suited to a farmer's daughter than a cleric.
Don't sound too curious now.
Can't say I care much for religion. She presses her lips into a mulish line, and her hands fall to her sides. A muscle ticks in her prim jaw. Why do you want to go inland?
There are souls needing their last rites. I ought to shine them the light, else they might get lost.
Enough nonsense, Jyoti. No one knows if anyone's even died. You've no business going in there, risking your own safety, risking our mission.
Wenglith, you guide the living and I guide the dead. Gon bids it and I dreamed it. Leave it be. We all serve our purposes. So what's yours?
What do you think? Biting at her bottom lip, she looks you up and down. A pleased sound leaves her throat.
I think I know what you are.
Her brows raise in a sort of challenge.
And here you are, following my god. Watcher, will you take me with you?
I don't think I've revealed to her that I'm a watcher. Well, a fine proposition. I'd enjoy the company of a priestess.
I know an offer rare as hen's teeth when I hear it. Yeah, I'm taking it.
She beams brightly.
You won't regret this.
She steals a shy glance at Edar.
Hey.
Edar half nods without looking in Shoti's direction. He seems suddenly focused on something in the distance. A tad too eagerly, she saunters close beside you.
At least take care, child. Come back to us in one piece. If not for my sake, then Samhain's.
The older priestess sighs, shaking her head.
So don't tell her. What the High Priestess doesn't know won't hurt her.
Grinning, Shoti waves her brethren a curt parting. Okay. She, at least, gets subclasses, and I think both of those are ones you, as a player, could not choose even if you wanted to. Let's see what they get. Not sure what her... here it is. As a Sister of the Weeping Moon, she gains Buckler Proficiency. Gains a wound when defeating an enemy with a melee attack. All wound abilities cost more wounds, though. That's interesting. No, she gets 3 wounds when she defeats somebody. That's interesting. Alright. Not bad. It would start with Swift Strikes, it seems. As a priest, she just gets Blessed Harvest. 120 slash damage is an enormous amount. So I think if the enemy is bloodied or near death, they receive significantly more damage, means that that's the amount of damage they received if they're bloodied or near death, and elsewise it's much less, I've got to assume. Because otherwise that's just way too much damage, you'd one-shot everything. The question then just is, do I want to ever be a single-class priest, a dual-class, or a single-class monk? And the answer to that, of course, is that I do not know. I do like the duality of mortal presence. The idea of getting a bunch of bonus intellect on a priest is kind of fun. On the other hand, the idea of trying to go for higher level priest abilities, if I use her all the way through the game, sounds sensible as well. And or just getting higher level ones earlier. Oh, that's neat. What would I do with monk abilities? Like, don't really care about getting a bit more action speed. But mostly, she'd definitely grab the Dance of Death. But who knows how useful it would be. You get the duality of presence, which she got there, but again, that's fairly deep in if she's dual classing. The rest of this is all stuff I don't think she'd use very much. But she would certainly get some passives. Long strides, solid. Not bad. No, I think I just go pure priest. Well, maybe not. God, I'm so bad at making these sorts of decisions. What are the high-level priest spells? Summon a vine. AoE fire damage. AoE ice damage. A pull. AoE blind. That has to have some other effect. Oh, it's got a duration. So it makes a region of blindness. Is she allowed to use any of these blessings? Like, why would Scan and Whale give her the blessing? Presumably it would only be Aera, or Gone, or whatever she wants to call it. Aethys, not Aera. Aera is the world. Or Whale, allies nearby get a bonus to all defenses. Additionally, any enemy who strikes one under the deity's protection may become blinded. -5 power levels on target. It's not terrible. Heals allies and burns enemies caught in the ray. That's nice. Destroy any spirit or vessel that's below her level and damage anyone that's above it or equal to it. In a shock damage aura for some amount of time. What's the duration? I don't see duration. Interesting. That does not seem like an 8th level spell. Just 3 inspirations. It's a cast type, so it's hard to target and get a lot of people, especially with only 1.5 radius. Again, I assume 1.5 means meters. And none of the highest level spells appear to be particularly fantastic. Which does lead me back to thinking maybe I go with Monk. What are the high level Monk abilities like? Is there a chance I would want to go pure Monk? I feel like it's probably a mistake to go pure Monk, but... some summons that turn you into Fire and Ice Summon, or get a Fire and Ice Summon. The monk performs a precise attack, targeting not only the foe's body, but the inner core of their soul. If the attack critically hits, it deals tremendous damage. That sounds neat, but also kind of like the thing you'd have to build an entire character around. Like, you'd want it to be somebody using a weapon that has a modal for accuracy. And I know she's got like a unique, what do you call it? Sight? Not sight, sickle. A unique sickle that, presumably that counts as a hand axe since sickles aren't a weapon type here. Sickles don't get bonus to accuracy as a modal. Interesting. Sounds very gimmicky. Oh, well, when in doubt, I'll just take both. Contemplative. Priest plus monk.
It's
Children
not
of the
right.
Dawn Stars. I wondered if we'd run into them down here. There's someone I used to know. Just an old friend. Came out here to settle with them last I heard. Maybe we should ask around, see if she's still out here. Might be she can help us.
Just a friend, huh?
Shodi rubs the back of her neck, clearly uncomfortable. How did you know her?
Oh, well, both grew up in Gilded Vale, same temple.
Edar looks askance at you. You're so eager to see her, but you're trying to hide it. Why?
All right, all right. We used to, you know. She was real loud, too. Used to have to cover her mouth or she'd get the dog howling in the next room.
Shuti's face mottles bright red, and she turns away, hand covering her eyes. Sounds like a special woman.
I knew you'd understand. You're gonna like her. I got a good feeling.
Alright, let's level her up. Well, I mean, Edar's got the highest athletics right now, but he's also focusing mostly on mechanics. I actually think I'm going to pop some into athletics for her. What does she get to down here? What's something nobody's really doing? Ah, there we go. Nobody's on insight. She'll get some insight. Ability. Anything I want here. She has that. She has restore. Only one round. It's very rough. Strong for 5 rounds. Not terrible, but 1.5 radius from the caster is just abysmal. Feels just mostly worse than Blessed Harvest. Early AoE. Good big radius to get +5 perception for 3 rounds. That's not terrible. Immobilized for 2 rounds. That could be good. Or we could go in here and grab lesser wounds. Yeah, I don't really care about lesser wounds. Well, maybe. Actually, yeah, I'm going to grab that. It's a passive. Passives are just always active, so that's always good. And she's definitely going to want to get wounds. I mean, right now it feels silly because she literally doesn't have anything to spend wounds on. But I'm definitely going to be getting Duality of Mortal Presence, so the more wounds she has, the more quickly the higher her con or int will become. So sure, we'll take that. More insight, more athletics. Did not get her to power level 2. Level 4 for multi-class. Oh, it actually tells you here then now. It doesn't when you're creating the character. That's a shame, though. Now I have literally nothing else to spend this on. I guess I could get Force of Anguish. But I don't particularly want that. Proning is nice. I don't like knockback, though. It's kind of unreliable. Only costing 1 wound would be decent, though, eventually. But I think I just don't want to bother. I will grab the... Yeah, Blessing. Get that insightful. Doubt I'll use it much, but I could be wrong. When I had Durance in the party in the last game, I used the equivalent to that fairly regularly.
Certainly.
You watch over her, you hear? That's one of ours whose fate you've taken into your hands.
And I imagine she can take care of herself, but I will also watch over her.
For God's sake, I don't need nannying, Wanglith. I've reaped more with my 2 hands than you'll dream in a lifetime.
And you've pride in that?
Head shaking, she turns to you.
Do you see why she needs guarding? You must shield her light. Do not let her lose it or her life. Do you seek a blessing from the light?
We're looking for someone who came out this way years back.
If it's a fellow missionary you seek, then you might talk with Nordegand at the temple in Nekataka. She's been around a while. Knows more of us than most anyone else. Shouty! Blessed child, you returned to the flock. What news do you bring us from the High Priestess?
Don't get comfy, cause I ain't here to stay. I'm finally doing Gon's will, thanks to the Watcher.
So I now see.
Frowning, the priestess takes her time, lighting one golden candle and then another.
Do you seek a blessing from the light?
Sure, let's see what this is. The priestess's entire expression brightens, lit by a holy righteousness.
You chose wisely. Endurance is the path to perfection. Hand me your palm.
Give her your
Will
hand.
strengthen your spirit through tribulation.
The woman snatches for your wrist with a fervent strength. Her fingers are cold, unrelenting, and tight. But the candle flame that she presses to your skin is white hot, instantly singeing.
This flame lacks the flicker of guidance, but it will purify both flesh and soul. Let the pain absolve your sins.
I hold our hand over the flame. An acrid smell assaults your nose as smoke curls up from your skin. The pain is a constant jabbing, the tip of the flame needling at your nerves until your fingers begin to shake uncontrollably.
And now for the benediction. What I speak, you repeat after me. Godly Redeemer and bringer of light, who shepherds his flock through the labyrinth of hell. Though you currently rest in peace, we remain devoted until the time of your revival. We believe in your coming rebirth, in the restoration of your holy greatness, and we now beseech you.
Keep holding your hand over the flame. The fire continues to eat through flesh and muscle, digging into bone. Eder likes it because I'm traditional, apparently. I'm surprised that you get these companion-like that sort of tips on expert mode.
To banish the shadows of the unfaithful and wash away the sins of our past.
Okay, well, we'll try. Godly Redeemer and Bringer of Light. Without so much as a movement from either of you, the flame suddenly snuffs out. Wanglith nods and rubs a glob of wax into the wound.
Good. The light accepted you for its host. Go and be well. Walk within the light, and you shall not falter.
With a flick of her fingers, she spatters you with golden wax. That gave me the Dawnstar's Blessing, plus 2 religion and 50% healing done. I think it's time to spend some money. Although first, I should look at Shoti's equipment. Okay, that's just plain better. Yep, it's a hatchet that deals both pierce and slash. That's nice. Plus 5% sickle damage until combat end on scoring a kill. Stacks to a maximum of 4 times. Increases with the religion skill. Now, if I'd looked at that before leveling her, I might have put points in religion. Oh well. Wow, plus 2 restoration power levels and plus 2 all inspiration power levels. This is a ridiculously potent weapon it would have seemed to be this early on. Need a peridot to make it fine, though. Or peridot, I think it is. I always want to call it peridot, but I know it's peridot.
Berat smiles upon you. What?
Alright, I wanted to see if my invocations counted as evocations. How do I... Yeah, invocation. Oh, it's invocation, so it's not an evocation. That's a shame. Would have been entirely plausible to me. Well, how about you? Any of your things count as evocations? Punishment, condemnation, condemnation, protection, condemnation, punishment, electricity, restoration, condemnation, punishment, fire. Yeah, it doesn't look like. I guess only wizard spells, I guess, will have the evocation keyword. Oh, it might be on some druid or some random corner case ability that I'm not going to go through every single one. There might be one or two, but not common, if nothing else.
Why, Berat?
That makes me not particularly interested in getting... Well, I mean, it still has +2 dex, which isn't, you know, the most important skill, but it's stats. Always nice to increase the stats. Alchemist Cash. I do like the fact that you can just make a random potion every fight, and I think it, like, I assume you can keep said potion after the fight. I don't know if it's, like, that potion is temporary to that fight or not. I mean, that and that just feel too good not to get, as does that. For now, that does. Most of my money gone. What will be left over? That. Can still afford one more thing of roughly 1,000. So I can probably sell some junk. Not really. Not quite enough for that. There we go. And we're broke. Something +2 might. Oh, what am I currently using there? Alright. Oh, and capes and necklaces aren't the same slot anymore. That's fantastic. Give that to Shukti. And then I don't want to give to Edar. He has a little bit of a heal. Saving throws to Shoti. And durability to Shoti. Yeah. That'll do.
I sure do like it. Happy to oblige.
Yeah?
What can I do you for?
Oh, I should do that too. At our... Doesn't need 2 of these, we'll put one of those there.
I hear
Alrighty.
you.
Into the Kraken, see what we can do there.
Sorry, we haven't any rooms for you.
The rather large man behind the counter glances your way, smiling grimly.
Guessing you're the one came in off that shipwreck down south. Not sure if that's good luck or bad, but here, I figure you deserve a drink.
He slides a murky pint of ale across the counter towards you. Thanks. What's this about the rooms?
We're full up. You aren't the first outsider to turn up looking for a place to stay after their ride off the island ended up at the bottom of the sea.
He pauses, fixing you with a considering eye.
Well, tell you what. I've got one room ought to have been cleared out by now. Only the occupants decided to outstay his welcome. Real trouble is, he hasn't settled his bill. He's a merchant captain by the name of Galleon. I've given him a fair chance, but he's been a right prick about the whole thing. I've got a spare key here. You chase him and his pals off, and the room's yours. At a discount.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate it, truly. I'll have someone tidy the place up for you once you're through. Chances are they've spilled ale just about everywhere. I don't want the man dead, and that's not what I'm paying for. Just see him on his way and we'll call it done.
With a final nod, he turns away.
What do we do if there are no more ships?
Die of starvation or disease.
But
Of course. I'm here.
how does it work?
You inhale. It isn't complicated.
Ah, a new face. You've heard, of course, that Norgund remains the most reliable and discreet supplier of mostly legitimate wares. Are you looking for something in particular?
Well, not really. I've got no money, but let's see what you've got for sale. Nothing of interest. Oh, that's neat. I wouldn't mind having some of that. Could come in handy at some point.
Maybe I was wrong.
Don't remember ordering more drinks. Thought I'd locked that thing.
The glassy-eyed gentleman before you bears the miserable expression of the recently sober. He also smells like he's been pickling in a cask for a few days.
Thing is, the way doors work, right? And I realize this is complicated, is that you close them and then uninvited people stay on the other side. Try not to slam the door on your way out, yeah? My head's going to pieces.
I'm here for the rent.
Oh, aye. You running Thorol's errands? Well, I haven't got his pay, and he knows it. Come back tomorrow. Better yet, tell him I'll swing by myself when I do have it.
No, come asking politely.
You're trying to kick us out. Nothing polite about that.
I mean, Thorol's pretty steamed. Things are only going to get worse. Galleon looks down at himself and then out at the foul bedding and the sticky carpets. His shoulders slump.
Well, maybe we did lose our heads a little.
You serious? You're going to let her kick us out of our own room?
Come on, you lot. The crew of the Peregrine sails for brighter shores.
He heads out at a wobbling limp. Alrighty, that was easy.
Indeed.
Still kicking, eh? What'll it be?
I've cleared out that room for you.
Hey, good work. Times like these, I can't afford to keep on anyone who can't pay their tab. The second word got around, I'd have every pauper in the city on my doorstep. The room's yours if you want it. And for a job well done, here's your pay.
That's a decent chunk of change.
Still kicking, eh? What'll it be?
Any chance you saw that fight between Rinko and Mokeha?
Mokeho? That'll be the Juana the poor fool got into a dust-up with, I expect. Yeah, I saw it. Made a real mess, they did. The two of them were having a game of cards, far as I could see. Guess things between them soured in a hurry. I kicked the Juana out, had a few men carry what was left of Rinko home.
So they were playing against each other?
Well, yeah. Think maybe Rinko wasn't expecting one of the Juana to know the game so well. He looked real nervous by the end.
Do you know Rinko?
Well, no more than most. He's a hard man to like, let's say. Came here with the wife, an animancer. One of Odorisi's lot. The governor could tell you more there.
Oh, do you know who started it?
Could have been anything. Rinko doesn't know when to quit talking, and some of those Juana are real serious types. Far as I'm concerned, we owe the Storm Speaker for keeping the town in one piece. Don't mean I'd invite her people over for tea.
That's all the questions I had for now.
Sure. Just hope you don't mean to dredge anything up again. Leave the feuding for the Blue Bloods.
What do you call it, the Kraken's Eye?
What else? It was the glory of my fighting years. The beast pulled nearly 7 full crews into its belly before it was brought down. I was at the helm that day, and for that, my captain gifted me one of the beast's eyes. My proudest moment and my dearest treasure. I would not part with it for all the world.
Oh, that's cute. Well, let's see what you got.
Didn't think you had 2 copper pieces to rub together. No offense.
I mean, you just gave me 1,200 copper pieces, so you knew I had at least 2. Oh, I like the little icon up here. That's cute. I hadn't noticed that in previous stores, if it's always been there. Just diplomacy, intimidate, and bluff here. Can't see myself ever bothering with this. It would certainly make the early game a lot easier and more reliable to have to recruit some, which would probably be a good idea. Decrease the chance that they just game over sometime. Wait, do I only get 5 party members instead of 6 now? That's interesting. Anyways, I was rambling on to say, it's make sure I don't die just by virtue of having only 3 people, but still not gonna do it. I don't like the whole generic party member in this sort of game. I always want to use the ones that actually have things to say. It's just curious to see if this boat is still, like, properly leveled, because, yeah, like I mentioned before,
Race you to the coral.
I remember when playing this game
What? Just because you have
years
webbed
ago,
fingers and I can't swim?
this thing would always be just
You're a strange
perfectly
man.
vertical.
How are we supposed to fight a giant?
We don't. We run.
Where? There is water.
Time to
around.
finally leave. Okay, the Gorechi Street is the place I think that was mentioned that we need to deal with some stuff at. It's flooded and there's some folks taking advantage, and the woman at the jail asked us to deal with it. Ilari is the person we're looking for. As you make your way along through the side streets of Port Mage, you come upon visible traces of the storms passing. Many of the houses here boast cracked window panes and sagging awnings, and you pass narrow streets strewn with foliage and debris. The cobblestones beneath your feet are all slick with water and silt. Before long, you are ankle-deep in sucking mud and loose stones. The flooding only worsens up ahead, where the water level rises to the knees. Most of Port Mage's residents have fled this region for dry land. But the murmur of raised voices ahead and the occasional splash suggest that you are not entirely alone.
Trouble up ahead.
Well, they've just become hostile. They weren't a second ago. Well, sure is a lot of them.
I see a soul.
I don't think there's any chance I could just sneak by.
In the darkness.
Don't think I can pull that off. Hmm?
Not sure. I'm trying to think if I could possibly get these three into a fight without also engaging those four. It seems unlikely, but it is hard to be sure.
Of course.
Look there.
Apparently I discovered something. Oh, that bucket looks like. Oh. Right. Two spells to cast. Reason not to do that, I suppose. Oh, that automatically uses. I thought that was going to be something she has to activate. Okay, so she just got this here, Potion of Iron Skin. When was this last? No way to know. Fantastic. Seriously? +5 armor rating, no duration. He uses it anyways. And that uses up her turn. I think the first game making potion use a free action was very much a good idea. And how long is that going to last? No duration. Is it just forever?
Sure thing.
Until she dies or something?
Hmm?
Oof. A lot of damage going down on Edar. Not a fan of that.
Yeah?
Anything else he can do, right? Yeah.
What can I do you for?
Also taking a lot more damage than I would like. Potion's still going.
I'm here.
Can't get into range, apparently. Can't do that either. Oh, there we go. Nice.
What do you need?
I don't like that he has been beating on somebody that has constant recovery. That's a mistake. And it doesn't have a lot of choice but to continue right now. Excellent, hit the summon. Don't hit Shoti. Oh, that's really not good. That might be unrecoverable already. This could be a very quick attempt.
What can I do?
This one's dead at least to the DOT, but oof.
Hey.
Come on!
Oh, that miss is really bad. God, they do so much damage. Ah.
Hold out.
This is so bad.
Yeah?
I think I'm just sandbagging here to an inevitable death.
I'm alright.
Yeah?
45? That wasn't even a crit. Yeah. Oh, well that's interesting. I wasn't expecting to lose that quickly. Well, that's that then. Guess that'll be the end of this session, but I will be trying again for sure. Thank you for joining me for session 3 of my Pillars of Eternity 2 turn-based triple crowd attempt. I hope you'll join me again next time when I start my, I don't know if I'm going to call it session 4 or session 1 Mark 2. I guess session 1 probably.